What's good, Joe? Welcome back to the CFL podcast. And I wanted to talk about something that's not football related, but very important. A couple of days ago, we saw a tragedy at Southern University. I think she was a freshman cheerleader, Arlana Miller, took her own life at 19 years of age. And when I read her goodbye note to the people she loved and her university on social media, I almost cried. My heart ached for her, and my heart ached for her family and her loved ones, her friends, and everybody who was affected by her death. My heart really ached for them, but her specifically. And the reason why is because I too struggle with depression and just mental health. Like we've all experienced depression. I'm sure, but or maybe you haven't, but that's something that I do struggle with. And some days you'll not see me post on YouTube, and that's because for that reason alone, like I just need to be away from everything and get myself right. But this isn't about me. I'm making this video because how could we not bring awareness to this? This is something that's happening that's happened in the HBCU space. And I feel like if I'm gonna sit up here and as a non-HBCU graduate, if I'm gonna sit up here and talk about your sports, and your teams and bring myself into your space, how can I not talk about this tragedy that happened to that beautiful soul of Arlana Miller? This needs to serve as a reminder to us, to the Black community in general, that we need to prioritize mental health and push that to the forefront of issues. Because a lot of us look at it as something that we can hold off, and it's not. It's not. And I honestly pray to God that I never have to see this again anywhere, but especially for HBCUs, because when it comes to our community, and I'm not saying this doesn't happen in any other community, but I'm only talking about ours because I care about ours the most right now, is that when it comes to our community, we don't really prioritize mental health as we should. And it's really been taking its toll on our people, and a lot of people don't even know. When you check the statistics, it's been taking the toll on our people. I don't know how many HBCUs have therapists readily available for their students, but they should do that. Maybe some already do. I do not know. Again, I do not know. But if they don't, they should really incorporate that. We should get a budget, something needs to get going to where we can really create a budget for that, to get a couple of black therapists. That's important as well. No disrespect to anybody of any other race, but when it comes to black kids in an HBCU in a safe space, they need black therapists, because who better is going to understand their struggle than a black person? I know we've seen that meme on social media that says, when an older black woman calls us baby, it just makes us feel good. It does something to us, right? Because it just helps. Like nobody knows you and your plight better than another person in their community. It's just what it is. It's just a fact. So I think we need to prioritize getting black therapists on campus, and hopefully we can get this trend started, if it hasn't been already, and get it going to every single HBCU campus, so that way we can do a better part in preventing something like this from happening ever again, that happened to Arlana Miller. I don't know how to go about this. I don't even know how to start this up. It's just something that after seeing that tragedy, man, I just feel like more can be done. More can be done. it was just tragic because you feel like, excuse me, like, I don't know her situation, but you feel like that could have been prevented. You feel like she could have been helped, and it's nobody's fault. You know, if anybody comes across this video who knows her or who's close to her, it's not your fault. People who are struggling with depression, they can hide it very well. You just have to really look for the signs sometimes. So it's not your fault. It's a very unfortunate situation, and my heart really goes out to you. I'm getting a little choked up talking about it now. But I say that part because it brings me to another part, right? When I say we need to crack down on it, we really need to crack down on this. Texas Southern's women's basketball coach, I think her name is Cynthia Cooper Dyke, the former women's basketball coach. She stepped down, what was it, a month ago? When she stepped down from the team, she had an order that, you know, prevented her from being able to contact anybody on the team. And she also had a Title IX hearing, which I don't know if she's been to already or if that happened, but, you know, she had that. And when I read the article, of course, this is all alleged because nothing's come to, no final decision has been made yet. But there's been former players who came out and said that they dealt with verbal abuse in vulgar language from Miss Cooper Dyke. And one of them stuck out to me in particular. All were disgusting, let me say that. But one stuck out to me in particular, and it was one of her players who had mental health problems. She knew that. Cooper knew that, the coach. And she said, you know, like, she basically, I don't want to repeat it because it is disgusting, but, you know, she basically dismissed it and said, you know, you just need some D, right? Like she just needs some D. That, reading that statement, it really upset me. It really upset me in a way that I didn't think it was going to, because you got to be kidding me with that. The fact that she was able to get away with saying something like that. I hope that if she did, I hope she's never allowed to coach again. I hope she never gets the opportunity to coach again. That was disgusting. You know, and I don't know the player that she said it to in regards to her mental health. I don't know how bad it is, so I will never speak on it, right? But imagine if she'd said that to a student who was really on edge and really just was at her breaking point and just needed help. Imagine if she said that, and then you've seen tragic news like how we just saw 2 days ago as a result. Imagine. When I think about it, I don't know. I'm glad it didn't happen. Stuff like that has no room in any part of college athletics or anywhere. You feel me? Because parents sent their daughter to you. They sent their daughter to you and trusted you to be their mom when they're not home. You're the parent. You are supposed to nurture those girls. You are supposed to look after those girls. You are supposed to be a great coach and a great parental figure as well while they're away in college. Your job is not only to coach, and provide tough love, which I'm pretty sure that's what she thought she was giving, right? It wasn't just that. You are supposed to build these young women up and make them into, professional women, like real grown women, respectable, professional young women. That was your job, and you failed. You failed. And it angered me when I saw it. It really did anger me. So going forward, we really need to pipe down on this. not pipe down, but crack down on this. And again, that's not to say that HBCUs haven't already been doing this or trying to crack down on this mental health crisis that's going on. But I think a better job can be done. And if I got to make sure I clarify that if you don't have therapists readily available on campus, I think you should try to do that. I think HBCUs should try to do that, because what happened at Southern is just something that I hope I don't ever see happen again. So RIP to Arlana Miller. Condolences to her family, and keep the whole University of Southern in your prayers, because this is something that's not gonna be easy to get over. But with time, I'm sure they will. But with that being said, you guys let me know in the comments down below, what ways do you think HBCUs could get better at this? What ways you think they can crack down on mental health? And I also encourage y'all, reach out to somebody that you haven't spoken to in a long time. Whether it's an old friend or a family member, check up on somebody. Check up on your strong friends and your strong family members. They need help too. They need the support too. But yeah, with that being said, you're watching the CFL podcast. I go by the name of Kobe. I'm out. Peace.